Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes. We are continuing the story of the finding out the truth about the death of Holmes's mother. We are in Stonewood Manor now, his old mansion where they grew up.
Hey, Sherry, there's post here.
I hope this letter does not reach you, for it would mean you have committed to your absurd fight of fantasy. The past is the past. To expend any more time and energy retreating one steps in, at best childish indulgence, and at worst pathological weakness. Consumption is an ugly end, and you were better off not witnessing it, despite all the precautions. One presumes by now you have visited our mother's final resting place. I trust this has satisfied your impetus impulses and frees you to return to London at once. It's time to turn your back on what was and help to shape what could be. The nation needs you, Mycroft. So I believe Mycroft is or Holmes's brother.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
That's the Mycroft I know.
Let's do it.
There she is. Our old manor.
Our old manor.
Smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Our old manor.
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier. Perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Take a look around, Sherlock. I'm sure you'll discover something.
I did change John's outfit. That's why it kind of looks ridiculous, but I like it. Okay, so I gotta look for a key. Oh.
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, very precious. An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief. Funny, Wooden Joe reminds me of the trouble we once got in with the police. Do you remember, John?
Somewhat. Maybe we can recall more details.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was? I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother. Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
Great help, John, as always. All right, we're into the manor. That was nice to just memorize, remembering to open the
Home
doors.
sweet home, Sherry.
Mycroft's umbrella. The only outgoing thing in his wardrobe. One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like déjà vu. Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it?
Okay, just gotta look around, try to remember things, I guess. We have been instructed that a public auction will take place on the 20th July at Stonewood Manor. All lots have been selected from the finest pieces of property owned by the Holmes family and have been evaluated by experts. Their authenticity is confirmed. Oh, so there's going to be an auction.
And I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders' wares. It is worth a look, wouldn't you say?
Another memory incoming,
A
Sherry.
fine furniture traders across the island.
I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning.
Well, so the shopkeepers have our furniture, so we can grab it from them, I guess.
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor.
Let's keep going. Tragedy at Stonewood Manor. Mrs. Violet Holmes, widow of Sigur Morland Holmes, so that's the dad, died unexpectedly in her home yesterday, April 9th, 1869. She is survived by her two sons, aged 20 and 10, though it is unclear if they will remain in Stonewood Manor. Mr. Holmes purchased the property only a year ago. Okay. Police conducted an investigation upon our arrival at the manor, but have not released further details. The cause of her death is unknown. Interesting.
Something did happen that day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft. Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it. This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
Okay, so we can construct what happened on that day, on the rainy day when they came in. So I'm gonna start here. He was helping her, so let's see what we got. That's my okay, yep. That's Holmes helping her. And Minecraft was dealing with the luggage, so he's gonna use the luggage. And the hat, it wasn't ours, it wasn't Minecraft, it was this guy. But who's this guy? Okay, yeah, that seems right.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs, go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
We arrived in the early morning of a rainy day. Sherry's mother was weak and unsteady, so he tried to help her. Mycroft was very serious while dealing with luggage. When he saw Sherlock trying to help his mother up, he commanded him to go upstairs to our room. The last person to arrive was the doctor, Otto Richter, who said that the neighbors will believe that Violet has tuberculosis. Sherry just realized that he never heard her coughing. Okay, so Sherry never heard her coughing.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
Interesting. So he's never heard her coughing. Okay, let's go to our room.
I think our family portrait used to hang here.
Our room is here. And let me just quickly... So we have these ones. Mycroft hid the truth about the death of our mother and lied when he told me that she died of tuberculosis. Okay, so I guess that was a lie. Interesting. More things are coming into place here.
Look at this. It's like traveling 10 years into the past with a single step. Oddly satisfying.
This time I was first to pick beds. This one's mine now.
Okay, let's investigate
Look at
around.
this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana. The only fiction book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me. Interesting. What's that over there?
Looks like a key.
This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's poke around and see if we can find any secrets.
A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
You mean for spying on
The
people?
first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours, they were half mine too.
An artifact from Palau carved out of bone and claimed to be 300 years old. My mother proved it was a fake. My very favorite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure. I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch. I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch. Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we? Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets.
Okay.
Perfect match. My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again. Made of cherry wood, Father's favourite. Still has a faint odour of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home.
A small straight smoking pipe made of cherry wood that belonged to Cherry's late father, Sherlock Holmes. We had to hide it from Violet as she didn't know we stole it from his cabinet in London. The wood is old, its surfaces worn from frequent use, but it has been well maintained. A faint scent of tobacco lingers. Sherlock has taken his father's pipe with him. I sense it carries a considerable sentimental value. Okay.
I knew you'd find it in no time.
Hidden treasure. Interesting, okay. So let's go back to our casebook here.
Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes, we visited him several times while living here.
Rhine Palace. A family friend. While there are no records about my mother's death, we had a family friend on Cordona. He may know something. Okay.
Wasn't that neighbour missing a finger?
That does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
Okay. So we gotta go to that neighbor. Theodore. He has a gas balloon in the backyard. Okay. Oh, I see the balloon already. This is the house of the neighbor. Let's go and see and ask them about what happened. The door doesn't open. Oh, whoa, what happened here?
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
Goliath. Gilden's garden.
Destruction and trampled ground.
Oh!
Oof, a contortionist you were not.
Oh, missing a finger. That's the friend.
A missing pinky, middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden. Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off. A belt from a dressing gown. Curious. A kneecap reduced to splinters.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
Okay, so the guy that we were gonna ask is already
Amount of
dead.
attention that most can only dream of.
So he's no help, but he's dead, and now we can investigate.
Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today.
An elephant? An adult elephant? Oh, okay.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
A strong pull broke this leash. A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence.
Okay.
This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
Bro, you're laying in here. Somebody's dead. You're laying just chilling there.
A royal suite for a favorite pet.
Okay, so it looks like
Food to
this is
satisfy even the most fastidious.
an elephant cage, it looks like. So it looks like the elephant killed him, I believe. What else can we find?
A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding.
Okay.
Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed. A sailor's knife, useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
Okay, so we can construct what happened. Here we go. So let's see here. So it looks like the elephant. Yeah, something like that. But there was blood here, so I'm thinking yes. So the elephant grabbed him. Let's see here. What is this? Somebody was dragging him? No. No. Yeah, the elephant was dragging him to here and probably left him. And then here. Yeah, the elephant just left. Oh, probably hit that guy in the back. Okay, back of the door. Let's validate this.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
Okay. So Goliath may have killed Theodore. The elephant Goliath may have attacked Theodore Gildan in order to break free. Unknown third party. There was a witness to the chaos on Gildan's property. That they dropped their knife and may have injuries from the fall. Okay, that's the guy that we saw behind the gate. Interesting. Okay. So it escaped, but could not have gone so far without attracting attention. Okay, so let's see here. I mean, could one of those people saw something? Let me ask him.
Excuse me, just one question.
That's a question I can answer.
The elephant named Goliath crossed the Greek bridge in the direction of the forest where Theodore used to walk it. The Greek bridge, okay, so this way. Forest, so I'm guessing up here. Let's see. There's an elephant on the loose. Very nice. So can we see the... Oh yeah.
The elephant barged into this cart of olive oil.
What if we're lucky and he slipped and fell somewhere along the way?
Looks like I went this way. Kept going that way, okay. Went up here. Continued straight.
Okay, hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
Oh, you're such a killjoy.
John, no help, as usual. Kept going this way. Up here. Oh, it went into the water. Interesting. Oh, there's something.
Strange. It was hung with care.
I'm writing to you as a fellow islander. I value our friendship just as I value the lives of our people. Although I am afraid this one-sided friendship cannot tie my hands any longer. I am being made to look weak in the eyes of your neighbors. They believe that your tree is a mockery and not a peace offering as you intended. The people are afraid. You refuse to give your elephant a proper trainer, instead using your own limited knowledge to teach it. It is an impossible situation. I admit that I did think of having the elephant forcibly taken and given to Mr. Tailheart, who has shown that he is quite capable of looking after the elephant being. Although she's female and far less frightening than your beast, please reconsider the situation. Sir William Sinclair, Governor of Cardona. Okay. Can we see these keys?
The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
So I found a set of keys in Theodore Gilden's dressing gown. Okay, so a key in his gown. So I guess we can go back to his house and see what's going on there. Let's go ahead. Fast travel to there. Okay, so we're back here. I think this key we might be able, so we couldn't open this door. And I believe that we can open it now. Yep. Okay, so we're back at Gilden's Manor, and I think I call it a video for this one, and then we'll continue the journey on the next one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.